Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Greg with Ideal Trading Ideas, and today we're going to be talking about PBF Energy. So this is our stock review on that stock, ticker symbol PBF. Right, so we have their webpage up on the screen right now. We have About Us, Corporate Citizenship, Operations, Investors, and Contact Us. Right, as we scroll down, we have Investors. We have news right here from June 18th, and then it's pretty much just old news. PBF Energy to participate in the JP Morgan Energy, Power, and Renewables Conference, right? So it's pretty much old. We have New York Stock Exchange ticker PBF and what the stock closed at, $13.36 on July 9th, 2021. We're going to scroll back up, go over the Investors Relations tab, which is news, corporate governance, stock and financial info, SEC filings, which I encourage everybody to click on, annual reports and proxies, tariffs, events and presentations, investor facts, investor contacts, and investor information requests, blah, blah, blah. Man, I messed up.
I play for keeps. I play for keeps.
Anyway, we're going to move forward from there and just go ahead and click on our E-Trade website. We're going to go over our analyst research, right? We have analyst price targets, right? We're going to scroll up a bit. Analyst price targets for this is $15.50, or the average price target. We have a high of $17 and a low of 13, right? So they think it's going to go up to a high of 17 within the next 12 months and a low of 13. In the last 3 months, 5 ranked analysts set 12-month price targets for PBF. The average price target amongst the analysts is $15.50, which is right here. Analysts compare their price targets to the current market price of the stock to determine how much potential upside or downside movement there could be in the stock price, right? So we have this orange line right here, which is going to be the high of 17. We have the blue line that's going to be the average price target of $15.50, and the purple line, which is going to be the low of $13, right? So as you know, we already are down at that $13 range.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us.
Has it hit $13 even yet? I'm not sure. We have to go over the chart just to check. But in terms of what analysts are saying, hey, it's right there on the money, right? And they believe that the average price target is going to be that $15.50 range, right? As we scroll down, we can take a look at the analysts and who they are and what they think. We have TJ Schultz that put in a hole on June 10th and a price target of $16. We have Ryan Todd put a hole in on May 25th with a price target of $16. Justin Jenkins put a hole in on April 29th with no price targets. We have Theresa Chen put a sell in on April 12th with a price target of 13, and Manav Gupta put a hole in for April 12th with a price target of $17. Obviously, you can go over and click on any one of these articles and they'll pretty much tell you why these people put these particular price targets in, so on and so forth, right? Give you a little bit more information. What we like to do is actually we're going to click over here to fundamentals. So anybody that want to know a little bit more information about this particular company, about this ticker symbol PBF, obviously click on your fundamentals. You get key statistics, balance sheet, income statements, cash flow, and SEC filings. We like to click on SEC filings first. And as you can see, we can look at all the different filing types. 11K annual employee stock purchase plan, 8K company events. We have filing type 4, inside buy and sales. And obviously we can click on this, and this is going to show us who's been buying and selling shares in the company, right? So we're going to click on the PBF, and we're going to open it up, and we're going to blow it up to 100, right? So Bud Wayne, or Wayne Bud, and relationship reporting person, director, form filed by one reporting person, and basically it's going to show you that he was given 10,230 shares, right? A stands for acquired, securities acquired. A, or disposed of, is going to be D, right? So acquired 10,230 shares. That's what the A stands for at zero price, right? This will put him at 45,879 shares. And then we have an amount of 2,762 shares with a D, or disposed of, at $16.13, right? So he got rid of over 2,000 shares, and this is what he was left with afterwards, right? 43,117 shares, right? So you can go to your different PBFs and figure out exactly what's going on, right? So they have quite a few insider buys and sells that you can actually go through. All happened on June 1st. obviously. So you can go through, take a look at it, and this may be one of the reasons why the price has been up and down in the month of July, right? Or even in the month of June.
Anarchy! 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 I don't even know what that means, but I love it.
So what we're gonna do is go up and just go through go to our trading view platform, right? We have PBF Energy up on the screen right now, 1336, up 15 cents or positive 1.14%, right? We have overview, ideas, technicals, and financials. July 29th, upcoming earnings, and EPS is negative 3.08. They have a market cap of 1.6 billion, and they're not paying any dividends out right now. We can scroll down, top authors that are going to be talking about this stock are right here. You can obviously click on any one of them to follow. And then we have PBF weekly uptrend, increasing demand amid driving season, right? So obviously we can click on this like so, and it's gonna pretty much bring you to what this person thinks could happen, has happened, so on and so forth. We can click on the little play button and you can see how it's been going down, and we can actually scroll through, read through what this guy is saying, and obviously an end, trade close manually, and hey, just go through and read and find out exactly what these guys are saying, right? This took place on June 1st, and as we scroll through, we had another one from June 1st, April 28th, March 5th, so nobody has anything that's really up to date for the month of July. What we're gonna do is go ahead and click on trade now, which is gonna bring us to our weekly chart, right? So for you can change it from weekly chart. It can be 1 minute chart, 1 hour chart, daily chart. But for right now, we do weekly charts. And the reason why I do my weekly charts, because I like to mock up my support and resistance lines for the 52-week highs, right? So we have the red lines, which is our resistance lines, blue lines, which are our support lines, and we have it mocked all the way back up to 2016. We had a high in 2016 of about $38.35 and a low of about 18 or 1942, right? Going into 2017, we had a high, which we should adjust, of about $36 and a low of about 1844. Going into 2018, man, I'm losing my voice. 2018, we had a high of about 54 and a low of about 2824. 2019, we had a high of about 37 and a low of about 1941, somewhere around that range, right? 2106. And then 2020, we had a high of about 34.11 and a low of about $3.97. Obviously 2020 is when the pandemic hit, right? We started seeing it drop, and it just continued to drop all the way down. And even back in March, it didn't drop as low. It dropped down to $5, but in October, right around this time frame, is when we saw it drop to $3.87, right? Or somewhere around that price range. Now, as we finished up the months of 2020, we're going to 2021, and as you can see, it started to rise, right? We saw this little wick as it jumped up into the $13 range and then came back down. I remember when that happened, and then it slowly but surely made its way up, passed by that wick, went all the way up, and it started hitting resistance lines, which is actually our support lines from 2019 and 2017. Possibly even 2016, starts hitting these little lines and is using these lines right now, these support lines, as resistance lines, right? That happens all the time. So it hits these areas and it starts backing off and reversing, going down, and it starts finding a support area, a new short-term support. So obviously where this wick ended up at is using that as a support. We can actually take it back even further and say, hey man, right around this area is using this area as support. We can pretty much say that it's a possibility it can go as low into the 12s, even lower. I personally believe that if it does go lower, it's going to be in the low 12s. I don't think it'll hit 11, but I do believe we possibly could see the low 12s in the near future.
No!
That's why I have this little red line dropping down a little further before it starts shooting up even higher, right? So obviously we have some areas where it could drop down a little bit lower, but I think that as time goes on, we're gonna make our way through these support lines that are acting as resistance lines, and we're gonna find ourselves in the $20 range, right? So even if you go back into 2020, we see that we had a high of about $34. So there's no reason why we shouldn't find ourselves going right back into that $34 $4 area. Is it going to happen in 2021? Actually, I don't think it's going to happen in 2021. I believe that we're going to go and push into 2022. And once 2022 happens, I believe we're going to start seeing our $30, $34, $35 price range. But as of right now, I think that we're going to settle in the 20s before the end of 2020. So remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but I'm telling you what I do with my own money. So I'm going to be holding on to the shares that I own of PBF Energy, and I'm pretty much just gonna wait to see what happens, right?
If you ain't first, you're last.
So I'm in for the long haul, I'm in for the ride going on into 2020. So I will still own my shares of PBF Energy as 2022 comes in, and because I don't plan on letting them go until they hit right around that 20. Well, right now we have a sell buying in, right? Buy a sell call in, right? To sell at $20, right? So we've already received some money on that. Do I think it's going to hit $20 by that time frame? By January, maybe, maybe not. If it doesn't, hey, I'm good. The sell call expires, I get to hold on to my shares. But as of right now, we believe that that we could hit it, but I don't want it to hit. So going into 2022 is when we're going to actually be doing our small sell calls for the month instead of going out for the year, and we're going to see if it's going to hit our price targets inside the $30 ranges. I really do feel like we're going to see 30, 35 in 2022. Anyway, hopefully you guys really enjoyed the video, and for you guys that are holding PBF Energy or are considering purchasing PBF Energy, hey, make sure you go out and do your research, find a little bit more information about the stock. Please have a great day, enjoy yourselves. Please like, subscribe, comment to the channel. Remember, have a great day. Bye.